The Air Rescue Service runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But for the morning crew, it's one crisis at a time. Focus is crucial.
This guy's received face injuries. They're 13 nautical miles off Diamond Beach. Now, MAU are saying this guy is not critical and to risk assess whether it's worth the risk versus gain to get him off.
Well, how bad are his face injuries? That's the only thing. Are they life-threatening?
No.
Well, let's not do it.
Well, the only other thing is, we go there. If it's no good, come home.
True. We can give it a go.
Finding the vessel in open water is tricky enough, but boarding an unstable ship's deck is downright dangerous.
You might be able to put down beside this crane, but then you've got the structure up here that you've got to worry about.
Gandhi's the pilot in charge today, so the decision whether to fly or not rests with him.
Unfortunately, this ship does not have a heli deck on it, so we can't land, which means we're going to have to winch one of our guys on board.
Would you hoist me down out here with my hand signals? I'll call it short, then move across and then dump.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're all happy just to go out there and have a look?
Decision made. With an injured sailor 20 kilometres out to sea, the air rescue crew are preparing for a dangerous mission over open ocean.
What are we still thinking about this patient?
Well, he's still walking wounded. They said he does not require a stretcher, and they confirmed that he's only got the facial injuries.
The man's injuries don't sound life-threatening, but winching down onto a moving tanker like this can be.
I'm pretty confident that's that ship because there's the crane in the middle.
Aramed Westpac 2, we've located the ship.
Stopping the ship is not an option. Boarding a stationary vessel wallowing at sea is too unsafe because the landing deck becomes slippery and unstable.
Okay, guys, what we'll do is we'll come down to 500 feet, check the deck and everything. We'll have a good look at it before we rush into it. Wind should be cross-deck, which is ideal for us. So if we do winch onto the quarter-deck camo, I'll keep the bridge on my side. I'll be facing east, which is ideal for us.
With plans made, it's time to retrieve the injured patient. Todd and paramedic Sean prepare for the hoist.
Hoist power's coming on. Confirm our cable cut authority.
You have cable cut authority.
For any rescue team, this is the ultimate test of skill, nerve, and experience.
There's always a little sort of, your gut tightens up a little bit, especially when Pete brings that door back, the air comes into the cabin and you sort of start to think we're getting on with it.
Okay, bring scoot over here, maintain, Gandhi. Clear the hoist.
Clear to hoist.
Okay, this hoist's good maintained, sitting here very nicely. Got them out the door and dangling, and just going to put them straight down. Weights on, going down. Okay, have a thumbs up. And just going past the skids nice and gently.
As Todd and Sean are lowered onto the ship by winch operator Pete Cummings, Gandhi has to keep the chopper at exactly the right position.
It's actually testing the pilot skills just to keep the aircraft over the hover mark for the boys.
Keep moving right, 15.
And it tests their skills as well.
Okay, keep moving right, 10. Approaching the deck there now.
Dangling by a wire, buffeted by high winds, with their lives in pilot Gandhi's hands, Todd and Sean have to be dropped on a dime, on a constantly moving target. The slightest mishap could be fatal.
Maintain this height and hover. We're sitting here very nicely still. 10 signals. You go down.
To rescue an injured sailor, air crewman Todd and paramedic Sean have to land on a few square meters of a rapidly moving ship.
Keep moving right, 5. Keep moving right. 3. On the deck there now. On the deck. Disconnecting themselves. Have a thumbs up. Lefty hook's coming up. You clear to move left.
Moving left.
Okay. Hook's clear.
On deck, the injured crewman is already standing by.
Hello there. Do you speak English?
Rajanfer, an engineer, slipped and smashed his nose in the engine bay.
Just have a nose injury? Do you have any pain to your neck? Your shoulder?
Without medical attention, the broken bone and cartilage could become infected.
We're going to put a strap under here and we lift up like this. When you go into the helicopter, you get down on your bottom, crawl in the helicopter, yeah?
As the crew prep for the return winch, it appears this is one case where the complexity and danger of the extraction overshadows the medical care required.
Very nice. You got the strap over the survivor, hooking up the paramedic. Back, okay, clear the deck and you...
But what no one knows just yet is that Rajanfer is suffering from concussion.
Mate, this bloke's just got a smack on the nose. There's nothing wrong with him. And just going to turn around.
With paramedic Sean and the patient safely on board, it's time to winch Todd back up off the ship.
Weight's coming on, weight's on, clear the hoist.
Clear the hoist.
There's so many things that can go wrong with the hoist. And not only with the hoist, but the aircraft. If the aircraft has any sort of engine failure, you know, we pretty much end up in the drink.
Turning around.
There's nothing underneath me but ocean. I always get that little sensation, just get me up.
Plane coming inboard.
You ride that wave of adrenaline right up until you get back on board the aircraft and you know things are safe.
A risky mission safely accomplished.
The guys did a great job. Gandy with holding the hover over a moving vessel, Pete with his ability to operate the hoist there and back, so it was a really good team effort.
It's early morning, and the crew of Westpac 1 is responding to an emergency 000 call. A fisherman has fallen from a rocky cliff face and cannot move.
They've stated that the walking track at this stage will be unable to stoke the patient out. Looking to be a helicopter winch out.
Who's going to do the winching if we winch? Well, if we have to put frogs in, I'll put the frogs in.
In his career, Danny Morris has logged over 200 winch jobs. He wouldn't have it any other way.
It's helping people. That's the fundamental thing of why you do it.
If he's got bilateral ankles, he's probably fallen, so he's at the bottom of something rather than the top or halfway down.
High above the scene, Danny will operate the winch while intensive care paramedic Dave Reed will dangle below.
It's a dangerous thing, inherently dangerous. I don't think about that. If I did, I wouldn't be in this job.
Winching the fishermen off the rocks in these conditions will be a challenge, even for the most experienced of teams.
We've got a lot of long winches in the vicinity. When we get overhead, we'll have a look and see if we can locate them.
Below them, one of the biggest swells of the year. 3-metre waves pound the rocks.
That's them at our 3 o'clock down there low.
2 road paramedics have scrambled down the cliff to the injured fisherman, who's been stuck for over 3 hours.
Why would people do this? Why would you go fishing? And those waves are going to get awfully close. They already are.
With the tide rising fast, Danny's only got 1 shot at a winch drop. There's no room for error.
Okay, checks are still good. We obviously do have a bit of spray coming in. Just make sure Ara's very careful with crossing those rocks. Okay, so just hold short there, moving rip across to the door.
The crew know their timing is critical.
The sea is very, very unpredictable.
Paramedic Dave must ascend 35 metres onto the rock ledge below.
Yeah, the water's coming high. Yeah.
There's a certain sort of pattern to the waves sometimes. But every now and again, there'll be one big wave comes up, and as the water swishes back to the sea, off they go with it.
They must work fast, but turbulence bouncing off the cliff makes this the most dangerous part of the drop. At the rocks, it's crunch time for the Westpac rescue crew. They're hovering over an injured fisherman, trapped against the rising tide.
There's risk in every time that you fly.
Aircrewman Danny mans the winch.
There are some jobs we won't do if the risk is too high.
One place off, Suncomb's plane, waiting for disconnect.
Paramedic Dave is safely down,
He looks good.
but must work fast.
So hopefully he's going to call up and say, yep, just angles, stop him out.
The patient, Gavin Robinson, has fallen 2.5 metres and is unable to walk.
Okay, matey, how you going? Gavin, I'm Dave. Mate, we're going to winch you out of here. Get the out, because I think this tide's coming in. So, what's going to happen, I'm going to put this around your back, goes under your shoulders. When we get you up to the helicopter, you're going to go in backwards on your hands, and I'll look after your legs. Just slide in on the floor all the way over, okay? Portable to Westpac 1. We'll go and land and get him sorted out, and these guys will see if they can walk out. If they can't, they'll give us a shout.
Rock fishing is the cause of more than 10% of all coastal drowning deaths in Australia.
When the cable comes in, so don't grab anything. I'll be across here like this, all right?
For the team of Westpac 1, This is a critical moment.
Move right 10, right 3, right 1, hold hooks on the ground, some slack cable, and move back 2. Nice and slowly, world clear behind. And hold, right over the top of them now. Waiting for a thumbs up, got that clear to come up and take the weight.
Gavin's in serious pain. With the rising tide and turbulence, speed is of the essence.
Okay, they're coming up nicely. No spin, no swing. Keep moving left.
Despite the urgency, he must be kept calm. Movement of the wire can put everyone in danger.
Bring him up to the door. Okay, Nugget, drag him in.
Okay, in you go. Okay. Righto. Stay there. That's right now. We're just going to go and land now, and then we'll get you a bit better comfortable, okay? You right for a minute?
The chopper now needs to land somewhere safe, so Gavin can be properly assessed.
Plan was to do a stretcher hoist, but because his position on the rocks and the large swell, we were concerned that they would have got washed off the rocks. So we opted to do a rescue strop extrication, and that worked quite well. The patient's got bilateral fractured ankles, and they appear to be his own injuries. The paramedics are assessing him now.
So the tide was coming in. So the guys, the ambos there, the paramedics are saturated, as you can see. One big greenie come along and wash us all off, and we're all in the you-know-what. Okay. First time and last time.
Gavin usually fishes from his boat at home. But with the tuna on today, he thought the rocky head would be a good place to cast his line.
I set all the rods up, put a live bait jig on and started jigging for a small live bait, and walking back, down I went.
And he slipped from that little ledge up the top
Mate, I'm
down
about
8 foot down to where he's landed on both ankles. And
In pain and unable to move, Gavin was stuck on the rocks and crying out for help, until another fisherman spotted him and called 000.
I think rock fishermen, they're a whole different breed. That's all I think about. It's a generally innocuous pastime, but every now and again, something wrong happens with catastrophic results.
Westpac Rescue, Nathan speaking. Yep, go for it.
At base, there's no rest for air crewman Nathan.
It's a water job.
Westpac 1 is on the move again for an urgent search and rescue mission.
Yep, okay. Thank you, bye.
Dr. Hook, a fishing boat, has radioed in. A man has collapsed.
They're 90 minutes out. He didn't say which direction, doesn't know where they are.
With very little detail about the patient, boat or location, the crew has to prepare for every possibility, and fast.
So you need to be in a wetsuit?
Yep, I'll go change.
The location, unknown, except they're 90 minutes off Port Stephens. We'll call them up on VHF 10.
Okay.
When we get out there, and hopefully we'll find them.
So we've got the potential of getting put down onto a vessel, so go in a wetsuit just in case I have to go in the water.
The challenge is to find the vessel as quickly as possible. As they head out, air crewman Danny begins to put the pieces of a potentially life-saving puzzle into place.
The patient is breathing at the moment and still unconscious. He has vomited, over.
Westpac 1, copy that. Did you advise him on board, Dr. Hook, to place the patient on his side in a lateral position to maintain an airway and to drain the vomit from his mouth?
Do we know whether the CPR is happening for this guy?
No. He's unconscious.
Now to coordinate contact.
Okay, so the plan then, we'll just do a little recce over the top, see where they are.
But as the chopper closes in on the area, a piece of luck, the boat is returning to port.
Got a name on the side, if you can spot it. Looks like Dr. Hook to me.
City Blue Charters, Dr. Hook.
With confirmation, a quick decision has to be made. Airlift or wait until they dock.
Help me get some gear ready just in case.
Well, bearing in mind their position, I don't think we're going to try and attempt anything while they're in the heads, because then the time frame would just delay their transit anyway.
Yeah, there's not much point.
With the clock ticking, the mission switches to Plan B. They'll rendezvous at the marina.
They're just going to continue to steam in.
Roger.
And be met by these guys at the marina.
And you sorted out the transport from Bill Strong down to the marina. Great.
Beneath them, the man is now conscious, but he has a history of heart failure and appears gravely ill. The fishing boat with a sick man on board has arrived at the marina. Paramedics Andrew and Rod rush to the patient.
A bit of room jump in here, guys. Still on the floor.
No worries. What's happening today, mate? You're feeling unwell.
Heart disease is the biggest killer in Australia.
Whereabouts is the pain, mate? In your shoulder, is it?
And 48-year-old Stephen has a history of heart trouble.
You got any in your chest? Are you short of breath?
With 3 heart attacks in the past, the team is concerned he's having another.
This pain, mate, how can you describe it to me? Is it a heavy pain or a dull pain or a sharp pain? Heavy, okay, all right.
It's a confusing situation. Steve is disoriented and in pain, but his vital signs appear normal.
How do you think you go if we stand you up and we've just got to get you over there to the boat on the stretcher, mate? If we help you?
Got nothing. 1, 2, 3, coming up.
Steve, let's go. That's it.
And then, while transferring him for further tests, he collapses again.
The patient's complaining of left-sided chest pain radiating into his shoulder. He's telling me that the pain is similar to past cardiac episodes, and he's describing it as a heavy, crushing type pain. He's also advised me that he doesn't have his current medications with him. He didn't take them with him, so normally in this situation he'd self-medicate, but he hasn't been able to do that. So just put your head forward for me, mate. How's the pain in your chest now, Steve? Is it eased off a little? Slightly. What are we down to numbers-wise? A 5, okay. So you get angina pretty regularly, is that right? All right. Yeah, good to go. Thanks, Andy.
Whether it's angina or something more serious, because of Steve's history and his symptoms, the crew can't take any chances. They need to airlift him to emergency for a full workup to understand why he collapsed so dramatically.
Bit noisy, mate, okay? Is that pain still easing off?
Sorry,
excellent. We've had a little bit of morphine, as well as those couple of anginine tablets.
Aero Med Westpac 1.
Nelson Bay requesting clearance to enter airspace on that track.
"36,000 kilometres of coast, over 10,000 beaches. It's only a matter of time before something goes wrong."
Well, Dave, we've got a 16-year-old female that has been dumped in the surf. Axial load to the top of the head, was extricated with the help of a friend and has laid down on the beach above the high tide mark. She's complaining of C1 and C2 pain, 7 out of 10. Initially, she had numbness and tingling to the fingertips.
Get that, guys? Yeah, copy that.
The information coming in indicates spinal damage, an all too common coastal occurrence.
They say it was a girl, Leggy.
Living around this area, there is such a long stretch of coastline. A lot of our jobs are water related, either being boats or people caught in rips or dumped by waves in the surf. And a lot of the time, spinal injuries or different types of injuries, obviously, for when they're getting hit from the wave and onto the sand.
When you come off your comms, CT, I'll take it. Moving across.
As they approach, a crowded landing zone confronts Ozzy the pilot.
Okay, clear back doors. Left door coming back.
It's over to Air Crewman Leggy to guide them in.
Hey, you got the ambulance in the car park there? Okay.
The role of the air crewman and the rescue crewman coming into a scene like this is critical.
Cover that up the area side, just got that light post on the left here. Hang on, Roger, the car gone through the car park. Yeah, just hold that position there.
We've got to paint a picture for the pilot.
There's a surfboard loose on the ground, Oz. Just right of the ambulance.
His eyes are out and he can only see to a certain point.
Surfboard secure.
So got that light post on the left here. How are we on the right? Can we move right?
Plenty of room on the right, mate. Plenty of room.
Move right,
on the right.
10. Move right, 10.
Well clear right.
3, 2, 1 and hold. Clear down there. 5 off the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left skids on.
Right skids on. Okay.
Hey boys, all hands on deck, how you going?
On the beach, ground paramedics and locals bring 16-year-old Christy to the chopper for assessment.
1, 2, 3, lower.
This is Christy. As I said on the air, Christy was in the surf. It's quite a big swell today, and she was dumped head first. So she's received an axial load to her neck, pain 7 out of 10.
Not good signs for a frightened young girl. Coming up. In the car park of a popular urban beach, paramedics are treating a 16-year-old girl for a possible broken neck.
Christy was in the surf. It's quite a big swell today, and she was dumped head first. So she's received an axial load to her neck.
Christy was alone in the surf when the accident happened. But fortunately, boyfriend Jared wasn't far away.
I was sitting on the beach because I hopped out first and she called my name out. And I just ran down because I knew she was in trouble. I see her face all white and pale. I just grabbed her, pulled her in and walked up, put a jumper around her neck, just supported, held her neck.
How's that pain at the moment? C1 and C2 pain is quite high cervical pain. We're talking just below the base of the skull, basically. It's a high-risk area for injury, can certainly lead to quadriplegia and death if it's unstable and not treated correctly.
The symptoms mean Christy has to be kept as still as possible, her spine immobilised. In the worst-case scenario, any movement could cause irreparable damage.
We'll be treating her as if it was an unstable fracture there and hoping in the end that there isn't. I'll just explain what will happen from here, Christy. We're going to use a thing called a back mat. All that does is it wraps around your body, and when we sort of pump it or extract it out, it's going to hold you nice and still.
Is there any LOC that you know of? Feet first?
On 3, mate. 1, 2, 3. Feet first, guys. Just put the wheels on the deck.
With Christy secure in the chopper, her panicked mum arrives, having just heard the news.
G'day, Mum. How you going? She's all strapped up. She's been dumped in the surf and landed on top of her head. And she had experienced some neck pain and some tingling down her hands. Everything's fine at the moment. She's got good sensation in her fingers. She can move her hands and her feet, so that's a really good sign. She's all packaged up now. We're just going to run her up to the John Hunter Hospital.
Mum.
Yeah, Mum's coming with us.
Mum's
going to come with us, okay? With the patient, knowing that her mother's going to come tends to put them at ease, and it's a little piece of home. Once she's out, then you can hop out and follow them towards. Okay?
There's a couple of advantages when we are able to bring the parent along. Obviously, we have space constraints sometimes, but it's good for both the patient, keep her calm, and to know that her mother's close by. And it also saves the mother, in this instance, trying to drive for an hour in a state that she should really be driving.
Westpac Rescue, Nathan speaking. Yep, go for it.
At base, there's no rest for air crewman Nathan.
It's a water job.
Westpac 1 is on the move again for an urgent search and rescue mission.
Yep, okay. Thank you, bye.
Dr. Hook, a fishing boat, has radioed in. A man has collapsed.
They're 90 minutes out. He didn't say which direction, doesn't know where they are.
With very little detail about the patient, boat or location, the crew has to prepare for every possibility. And fast.
So you need to be in a wetsuit.
Yep, I'll go change.
The location unknown, except they're 90 minutes off Port Stephens. We'll call them up on VHF 10.
Okay.
When we get out there, and hopefully we'll find them.
So we've got the potential of getting put down onto a vessel. So go in a wetsuit just in case I have to go in the water.
The challenge is to find the vessel as quickly as possible. As they head out, air crewman Danny begins to put the pieces of a potentially life-saving puzzle into place.
The patient is breathing at the moment and still unconscious. He has vomited, over.
Westpac 1, copy that. Did you advise him on board Dr. Hook to place the patient on his side in a lateral position to maintain an airway and to drain the vomit from his mouth?
Do we know whether the CPR is happening for this guy?
No. He's unconscious.
Now to coordinate contact.
Okay, so the plan then, we'll just do a little recce over the top, see where they are.
But as the chopper closes in on the area, a piece of luck, the boat is returning to port.
Got a name on the side, if you can spot it. Looks like Dr. Hook to me.
City Blue Charters, Dr. Hook.
With confirmation, A quick decision has to be made. Airlift or wait until they dock.
Help me get some gear ready just in case.
Well, bearing in mind their position, I don't think we're going to try and attempt anything while they're in the heads, because then the time frame would just delay their transit anyway.
Yeah, there's not much point.
With the clock ticking, the mission switches to Plan B. They'll rendezvous at the marina.
They're just going to continue to steam in.
Roger.
And be met by these guys at the marina.
And you sorted out the transport from Bill Strong down to the marina. Great.
Beneath them, the man is now conscious, but he has a history of heart failure and appears gravely ill. The fishing boat with a sick man on board has arrived at the marina. Paramedics Andrew and Rod rush to the patient.
A bit of room jump in here, guys. Still on the floor.
No worries. What's happening today, mate? You're feeling unwell.
Heart disease is the biggest killer in Australia.
Whereabouts is the pain, mate? In your shoulder, is it?
And 48-year-old Stephen has a history of heart trouble.
You got any in your chest? Are you short of breath?
With 3 heart attacks in the past, the team is concerned he's having another.
This pain, mate, how can you describe it to me? Is it a heavy pain or a dull pain or a sharp pain? Heavy, okay, all right.
It's a confusing situation. Steve is disoriented and in pain, but his vital signs appear normal.
How do you think you go if we stand you up and we've just got to get you over there to the boat on the stretcher, mate? If we help you?
Got nothing. 1, 2, 3, coming up.
Dude, let's go, that's it.
And then while transferring him for further tests, he collapses again.
The patient's complaining of left-sided chest pain radiating into his shoulder. He's telling me that the pain is similar to past cardiac episodes, and he's describing it as a heavy, crushing type pain. He's also advised me that he doesn't have his current medications with him. He didn't take them with him, so normally in this situation he'd self-medicate, but he hasn't been able to do that. So just put your head forward for me, mate. How's the pain in your chest now, Steve? Is it eased off a little? Slightly. What are we down to numbers-wise? A 5, okay. So you get angina pretty regularly, is that right? All right. Yeah, good to go. Thanks, Andy.
Whether it's angina or something more serious, because of Steve's history and his symptoms, the crew can't take any chances. They need to airlift him to emergency for a full workup to understand why he collapsed so dramatically.
Bit noisy, mate, okay? Is that pain still easing off?
Sorry,
excellent. We've had a little bit of morphine, as well as those couple of anginine tablets.
Aero Med Westpac 1.
Nelson Bay requesting clearance to enter airspace on that track.
At the base, the crew of Westpac 2 have just come on shift.
The weather's good, all the forecasts are good for all the airfields up the coast and out west.
Graham Nickerson, or Nico to the crew, has been working here for 32 years.
We've seen the very best and we've seen the very worst. Okay, thanks for that. We'll give you a call when we get in the air.
As per usual, the day is anything but ordinary. They've just had word of a shark attack at a surf beach 150 kilometres up the coast.
The information is someone's been bitten by a shark and needs some help, so we're hoping it's not too bad, but sharks, spiders and snakes don't like them.
Good to go? Yeah. Okay, up towards the south, coming up to your side 45.
As with every mission, details are initially sketchy. It's the air crewman's job to gather more information while the chopper's en route to the emergency.
Good afternoon, Westpac 2. Departed base a few minutes ago. We're just over Stockton now, en route to Crowdy Head.
Thanks, Westpac. Police will be organising our landing spot for you.
The story, as far as we know, guys, is that it's a 45-year-old gentleman that's had some sort of an incident involving a shark. He's got lacerations to both his lower legs.
With any kind of shark bite, one of the first concerns for the flight paramedics will be how much blood the patient has lost by the time they arrive. It's a time-critical situation.
It's the same place as we went to for the last shark attack? Oh, I'm pretty sure it is.
So I think it is too.
It's going to have to land a little bit in just to get enough clearance with the tail. Not going to be terribly far from that vehicle.
Copy that. And coming on light on the left, skid to the tower field. Yeah. And coming on right. Go and jump out, Mark.
Aircrewman Nico works quickly to free up the paramedics. They must assess the patient immediately. Local beachgoers have tried to patch up the victim, but the severity of the shark bite is unknown. And if he's lost too much blood, he's in danger of suffering a heart attack. On the beach, word of the shark attack has spread, and the shark is still lurking.
Steve was saying they're just in here, just in amongst...
See the amount of fish on the shore, I can't start blaming.
The patient, 45-year-old Alan Saunders, was netting mullet when the shark hit him from behind.
The grey nurse, isn't it, Al? Yeah, grey nurse shark.
Up to 3.5 metres in length, grey nurse sharks don't typically attack humans, unless they're in the way of their food. He's got tear marks down both legs, and he's in extreme pain.
Al, I'm going to give you a bit more pain relief, okay? I'll put that under his arm so he can still get to his whistle.
Alan's blood loss is under control, for now. What they don't know is that the shark's tooth is embedded in the bone. Crowdy Head is a hotspot for tourists and a known feeding ground for sharks. Paramedics have wrapped shark attack victim Alan in foil to keep him warm, and are now preparing him for emergency airlift to hospital.
Did you actually see the shark?
No, I didn't see that one, but I grabbed the other one before it, though.
Alan knows what hit him, but not how he was bitten.
He came from behind me.
Scott, how many puncture wounds are on the right? I think there's 3. There might be a 4th one underneath the calf.
Jeez, you're a better man than me, mate. How big are they?
Just above the ankle.
They're about 10 foot, I think they are.
Unbeknown to Alan, a bystander captured the whole thing on his smartphone.
Look at his teeth. Oh, he's biting that net, look.
It all started with good intentions. Alan and his mates were releasing 2 grey nurse sharks caught in their mullet net. The law states that grey nurse sharks must be released by hand before the haul is completed. The first one gets away safely, cheered on by holidaymakers.
Go the other way, mate.
That's Alan on the right. Moments later, the second one also breaks free.
There's another one there, bro.
But then it turns and strikes.
He's got him.
Alan drags himself to the beach and then collapses.
That shark got his leg. Got his leg. Look, this way. He got bitten by a shark. Mate, he's a gutsy man. 10-foot shark. And you can actually see him out there just behind the break there. Bit of activity. The locals know that there's been a few sharks around here today. So they can swim there by themselves.
The tear on Alan's leg is 30 centimetres wide, and the shark's tooth remains embedded in the bone.
2, 3 uppers.
The crew ease him into the chopper for transfer to hospital.
Just watch your fingers, guys.
Just pass through the shoulder.
It's been a lucky escape for both Shark and Alan.
Okay, coming up.
On to the left. You want to back to part of this scene at Crowdy Head. We have the patient on board. Direct for John Hunter will be there at 16:45, and thanks to the cars on scene for their help. Much appreciated.
Looks like our starting point's going to coincide with this headland.
The missing men, Ray and Paul, are on their first fishing trip together. There's good fishing here, but the fish attract sharks, especially at first light.
Biggest object's obviously the boat, so if we can find part of the boat, we're hoping that the guys have been able to hold on to something.
The 2 men have been in the water for 14 hours, if they are still alive.
All right, guys, eyes out.
Copy, mate.
The crew starts its search 60 kilometres south from where the men first called for help.
This is about a 50-50 chance that they're gonna still be alive.
It's a calculated decision based on the overnight tides and currents.
and I'm going to read back 180 feet.
Copy, mate.
You got half a mile to run, and be turning left, track north for 1 mile.
Yeah, you're 2 o'clock.
My 2 o'clock?
Yeah, you're 2 o'clock.
Amazing. On their second pass across the search zone, they spot something.
Like so before, we've located a vessel, submerged vessel. No survivors observed this time.
They've found the boat, but hope turns to despair. There's no trace of the missing men. 2 workmates, Ray and Paul, have been missing at sea all night.
We've located a vessel, submerged vessel.
In a dramatic breakthrough, the Westpac rescue crew has spotted a submerged boat, but there's no sign of the occupants.
Hopefully the 2 persons on the boat are in the close proximity.
They've been in the water for more than 14 hours. If they're not nearby, their chances of being found alive are remote.
069. Hey guys, what's that in the water there?
But just minutes later, another object is sighted.
Is that an esky? It's an esky, isn't it? It's waving at us. Stand by, guys.
Copy, mate.
Rescue 431, we appear to have located 2 persons in the water clinging to what appears to be an esky.
The 2 men have drifted more than 60 kilometres overnight, hanging onto an esky. And now they're 16 kilometres out to sea.
Both these guys are very fatigued. They're only just getting their arms out of the water to wave at us.
Rescue crewman Jethro now has to get down to them. At the very least, they'll be exhausted and suffering from hypothermia after 14 hours in the water.
In out the door. Yeah, just reduce the airspeed there, mate. To where you're happy.
We're going to do them one at a time and take the guy that's looking like he's having the most trouble staying afloat.
Good 30 to run. The wind downdraft starting to catch him now. Starting to move along a bit on that esky.
How's that height?
Yeah, height's good there, mate. Maintain. Height's good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just open the water.
Ray, the older of the 2 men, needs the most urgent help.
Just gain access to the first patient. Alright, they're just getting out of the downdraft now. The esky's coming well clear. They'll be out to 130. You'll have a visual now.
Jethro will need all his strength to secure Ray to the harness and keep him from going under.
Yeah, got a visual now.
Got a visual.
Copy, mate.
Hypothermia has taken its toll. His muscles are failing. Ray has no strength to hold himself above the water. Have miraculously been found alive at sea after clinging to an esky all night.
Yeah, got a visual now.
Got a visual.
But the drama is not over. Rescue crewman Jethro now has to get a strap under Ray's legs, but he's exhausted and going under.
Maintain. Height's good.
Finally, with sheer strength, Jethro secures the harness.
I got a thumbs up from Jethro. Got a thumbs up, mate. That'll help you, mate. Clear the winch.
Clear the winch.
Roger, winch in. Height's good.
He's really fatigued. I'm thinking when we get up to the door, I'm going to have to be really conscious of getting him through the door and pushing him the whole way across the seat.
Got a hand on the wheel now. And bring him on board.
With Ray safely on board, the priority is to stabilise his body temperature.
Leaving the seat there now, mate. Roger, mate. Good, just back out the door there.
But his exhausted mate is still below and alone after 14 hours in the water.
That's good, mate.
With the last of his strength, Paul is still clinging to the esky.
Yeah, mate. Height's good. Good 10 to run.
A recent birthday present from his fiancée.
I'll put him as close to a esky as I can.
It's kept him alive, but he's not yet out of danger.
3, 2, 1, and hold. Jethro's in the water now.
Height okay?
Yeah, mate. Height's good.
26-year-old Paul is fighting exhaustion after an entire night lost at sea with his mate. waters known for
5,
sharks.
4, 3, 2, 1. Our Jethro's in the water now.
Rescue crew Jethro has arrived in the nick of time.
Paying out a bit of cable, he's accessed the second patient.
It's a bittersweet moment for Paul as he finally lets go of the escort, a birthday present from his fiancée.
Height's good, mate. Position's good. And clear the winch.
Clear the winch.
Roger, and winch in. Just come out nicely. Put 20 feet of cable out. Control check. And continuing, mate. Copy, you're bringing them both on board. Well, they look pretty tight, mate. They're pretty exhausted.
The outcome could have been a whole lot worse had they not had that esky to cling onto.
The two lucky mates will be rushed to hospital to treat their hypothermia. But thanks to the efforts of the rescue crew, they are alive. Westpac 2 is heading for the coast.
And the landing site that they've given us is a large rock.
On board, Ben the doctor will be in charge of treatment today.
Westpac 2, got that area clear.
A young woman has potential head injuries after a serious accident on the rocks.
I'm just going to run up here and see what's going on. I've got the surf lifesavers on the nose. I'm going to come in and just shorten the sander.
Chief Pilot Mike has to put down on a small rock ledge right on the water's edge.
If we could move forward 3, if we move forward 3, 2, 1, hold. Okay, then you're clear now. So go straight forward and only straight forward. Moving out, moving out, moving out.
Shania slammed her head on an overhead rock while walking with a boyfriend.
There was a ledge at about past eye level and she just ran into it, fell down onto the rocks.
So she hit her head. When she fell back, did she hit her head again?
No.
There are fears that she's done serious damage to her neck.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ben, I'm one of the doctors.
Don't give me needles.
Why not? What's wrong with
I hate
needles?
needles.
Okay.
There's a problem. Shania is terrified of needles, but they can't take her in the helicopter without inserting a cannula into her vein.
I don't like needles. I hate them.
She may need life-saving emergency drugs during the flight.
Because you've hurt your head and hurt your neck, we'll need to get you up to hospital.
All right, just don't give me a needle in the helicopter because I haven't been in a helicopter and I'm scared.
She's scared, but they can't take any risks with her head and neck.
The main issue is she's tender over her cervical spine, so we need to treat that with suspicion.
She'll have to be completely immobilised from the waist up.
I'm going to start to firm all these up a little bit, okay? Let me know if they go too tight.
At the moment, the patient looks quite calm, but is freaking out. She's not been in a helicopter before. This will be her first ride.
I'm going to lift your feet, okay, and just get you to pop them into this stretcher. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it. Forward. Perfect.
Now, we can't convince you to have that needle. You know I'm a doctor.
I don't care.
Dr. Ben's bedside manner is not working.
We need to.
No.
No.
I'll be fine.
No.
Oh, can I please look at needle? I'll be fine. Please.
She may not understand the need for the cannula, but patience is running out, and the rescue is in jail.
You gotta listen to the doctor.
But there's actually something else that's on Shania's mind. A serious accident at the beach has left a young woman with potential head and neck injuries.
No, I'll be fine.
The Westpac team has flown to the rescue, but Shania is scared of needles. The rescue operation has ground to a halt. But her reactions aren't quite adding up.
You gotta listen to the doctor.
Here.
It's not. Look, there's a lot of people putting a lot of effort into getting you off the beach. Shania, I'll use a small one.
No.
It's a tourniquet. It's just a tourniquet. You understand, right? Relax, honey. Remember what I said? Helicopter.
No needles, no needles.
All right, little prick. Scratch. That's it, all finished. He's only got 3 more to get.
What?
It may seem harsh, but the cannula will be critical if she needs emergency drug treatment on the way to hospital.
What's back to go ahead?
Roger, we're ready now.
Yeah, roger that. Just caution, sand and anything unsecured.
Shania's ordeal is not yet over.
4, 3, 2, 1. Clear down 1.
There's still her first flight in a helicopter.
There they go, all right?
And there's the thing that's been on her mind all this time. She is pregnant. This accident is the last thing she needed. The needle just made everything worse.
So Inspector's departed the scene. How is she? She's very stable.
The helicopter is not as bad as she'd feared, and they didn't have to give her any drugs. But Shania still has a nervous wait. Has the fall hurt her unborn child? Hypothermia in an older man can lead rapidly to heart failure and death. There's no time to waste.
Look, the wind's blowing westerly, so chances are you may have just got blown over onto the east side of the basin. Copy.
Tony was last seen in this ocean basin. Today's huge swell has made conditions unpredictable.
Yeah, this is tough. The sun glare just adds to the difficulty.
He was paddling a white kayak. The foam of the whitecaps makes spotting him that much harder.
Yeah, sighted, 10 o'clock.
And there he is, a speck straight ahead. It's little wonder that rescue teams on the water couldn't find him.
Sighted, okay, he's on the nose here, running in.
With the kayak spotted, the crew now move rapidly into rescue mode.
Running in the cable.
Okay.
Send him to the doorway. Cancel call. $60 to run, 60 below. 40 run, 50 below. 30 to run.
As Luke gets closer, it becomes clear just how critical this situation is. The rapid response crew is in the middle of a dramatic rescue.
Position is good. Set the guy now.
70-year-old kayaker Tony capsized 2 hours ago and is being kept alive by his brave mate Robert. Tony is too weak to get back into his kayak, and Robert has fought all this time to keep him from going under. In the bitterly cold water, he's suffering from hypothermia and is now totally exhausted.
Got him clear of the kayak and putting on the strop.
Rescue crewman Luke needs Tony's cooperation to get him to safety.
Height position's good.
Alright, we're just going to get the straps done, mate.
But he's barely capable of responding and has no strength left.
Taking up the slack.
Luke needs to keep Tony calm. Shock and panic can put everyone at risk.
I'm going to hold on to you, okay? You keep your hands down and we'll be okay.
Finally, Tony is lifted from the water that almost took his life.
Alright, mate, we're all okay.
It's a miracle from the sky, but he's not yet out of danger.
Let me get to the top, hands down!
Approaching the skids. And at the skids.
hypothermia can kill very quickly.
Okay, sit up for me. Hold on.
Tony could not have survived much longer in the water.
Huh? Yes or no? That hurts. Okay. Medical car.
What the rescue crew don't know is that he has a history of heart problems and wears a pacemaker.
Right, John, he just got passed on to the ambos. Early male, approximately 70 to 80. So he's breathing quite fast. He's a little bit hypothermic as well.
A space blanket is urgently needed to raise his core body temperature.
Are you getting any better? It's cold.